الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن سيدنا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله الذي بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة وكشف الغمة وجاهد في سبيل الله حق جهاده صلوات الله وسلاماته عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا كثيرا. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإذا حييتم بتحية فحيوا بأحسن منها أو ردوها إن الله كان على كل شيء حسيبا. وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام البادئ بالسلام بريء من الكبر. وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام أفشوا السلام بينكم. صدق الله العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم. Respected elders, brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us this blessing of this deen of ours. This deen of Islam that we have, this is a way of life, this is a blessing, this is a rahmah, it's a mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us a code of life for every facet of our life, for every time, for every place. The deen of Islam is not something for certain dates, for certain hours, for certain times of the day. That during the morning period a person says, I abide by Islam, by night I do what I want. That on certain dates of the year that I identify myself as a believer, as a Muslim, and other dates I choose to do whatever I wish. Or in certain places that when I come to the masjid, then I identify myself as Muhammad, as a believer, as Abdullah, as someone who believes in Islam, I'm a Muslim. And then when I go to my workplace, or when I'm at home, or I'm at other places, then I change. Islam deen has come, is for us, that when we identify as ourselves as believers, as Muslims, this is for every moment. Any place, every place, and in every facet of our life. That it's not only when it comes to our worship, when it only comes to our aqeedah or creed, then we are Muslims, but when it comes to our transactions, how we deal with others, how we are in society, how I deal with my family, how I deal with my colleagues, that I change, that I identify myself as something else, or that I think that Islam has nothing to say about it. That Islam doesn't, that the Sharia does not have any commands as far as transactions are concerned, as far as dealing with one's society is concerned. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, one of the last verses that were revealed, اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي. That today I have completed my deen for you. Deen means a way of life. Deen doesn't really translate to religion. That we may think that religion, when you hear religion, then what? There's just certain worships, certain things a person believes in. No. أكملت لكم دينكم. That I have completed your deen, a way of life, meaning 24 hours, 365 days of the year, every day of the year, and every facet of a person's life. Deen has something to say about it. Islam has a viewpoint on it. A Muslim must abide by that. Sometimes it's prohibitions, sometimes it's commands. So from amongst these different things, the different facets that we have, one important aspect of our deen is a person's social dealings, his mu'asharat. Today inshallah we'll discuss one point of this, or try to cover one point of this, and that is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Islam, introducing a universal change in the world when he came, and that was of introduction of salam, giving salam, rather spreading of salam. The Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, when he migrated, he made hijrah to Medina Munawwarah, from amongst his advices and from amongst those things which he told the Muslim Ummah at that time, one of them was Afshu Salam, that make salam common, spread salam amongst yourselves. To understand and to appreciate the universality of this, let's look at the backdrop. That Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was in Mecca Mukarramah for 13 years. That he called people towards the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This was obviously, as we know, met with much resistance and violence. The Rasulullah ﷺ, at the end, he had to leave his city, his birthplace. Imagine how real these situations were. That a person, if any one of us can try to put ourselves into such a situation, to put yourself into his shoes. Imagine your neighbors, your family members in your area. They make it so hard for you that you have to leave. And not just go to the next suburb a few miles down, but you have to go to a complete different city. This was a real situation that he faced. And not that he was only left to leave. That he can go peacefully, say, bid his farewell to everyone. No, he had to go in secrecy, with a bounty on his head. In that situation, Rasulullah ﷺ with Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu, before him other Sahaba had already left and migrated. In this situation, right? This was the situation at that time. That person his life is in stake. There is a community who has been persecuted. Not that they might be persecuted, there might be certain acts against them. Someone looked at them with eyebrows raised. No, they were persecuted, they were hurt, their families were torn apart. These people, they had to leave their country. In wake of all of this, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what advice does he give to the Muslim Ummah right now in Medina Munawwara, the people that accept them? He says, Afshu salam. They spread salam amongst yourselves. And what's the connection? Right now you've been kicked out of your own land. There's people that are ready to come kill you. They wanted to kill you. It was only through the assistance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you were able to leave and you came to Medina Munawwara safely. In wake of all of this, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam gives this advice, Afshu salam, to spread salam amongst yourselves. So understand and appreciate the depth in wahi, the depth in revelation, the depth of advice and guidance of wahi, of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is advising the ummah that in order for us to survive as a people, as a community, as an ummah, then there has to be ijtimaiyah, there has to be ittihad, there has to be oneness. The community must be together. And the very first step, a simple step, is that spread salam amongst yourselves and make it common amongst yourselves. That if you can't even greet one another with the salam of Islam, you can't even greet one another with a smiling face and say salam to one another, forget everything else. The ummah has already lost. And in salam, imagine that Rasulullah he advises so much, give so much salam, that even if you just met someone, you said salam to him, and you separate, again a few minutes later, again you meet him, again say salam. It doesn't hurt you. Why salam? You're drawing the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you say assalamu alaikum, and you very, very quickly you say it, maybe we don't think about it when you're saying it, but try this. With cognizance, try to say salam. That peace be upon you. What does this mean? That you're drawing the mercy, the salam, peace from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You say it once, you say it twice, you say it thrice. The entire day you're meeting people, and this is how you deal with them. Imagine your own heart softens up. You yourself have ittihad and oneness, and you have love for your Muslim brother. So this is one advice that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave. Right? Again, genuine advice. That the ummah wants to survive, they have to be able to say salam to one another. That if you walk into your house and you're unable to say salam, that you run up to your room, that you just go to your room, you just come flip on the TV, that's all you do, that no one knows you're also in the house. It's too hard for you to say salam to the next family member. That you come into a masjid, there are certain people who you say salam to, who you don't say salam to. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Sallim ala man araft wa man lam ta'rif. Say salam to those who you know and those who you do not know. Those who you are buddies with, those who you are not buddies with. Those who you have the same viewpoints with, and those who you do not have. Now everyone won't be best friends. We're not saying that each person has to be the best friend. You have to call them over to your house, and you have to have a very open relationship with each and every person. No. But this is the basic and the basis of our deen. That you should be able to say salam to another brother. That there should be no hindrance in that. That no, I can't say to my sibling, why? Because we had this fight. The spouses, they can't say salam for days upon days, why? Because there's a certain fight. If this is our situation, then we are also part of the problem of the ummah. Right? That if I entered the house and I wasn't able to give salam to another brother, if I came to a certain congregation and I wasn't able to give salam to someone because of a certain situation between us, then I'm the same as those people who are here on the radio, that they are, that they are the ones that are causing the problems of in the ummah right now. That when I flip the channels and I see, these people, they are doing this and they're doing that, and this is the problem of the ummah. No, I'm also part of the problem. Why? Because I also tore the fabric of unity. Why? Because I didn't give salam. Because I wasn't able to able to bring myself to give salam. So Rasulullah ﷺ said, this is a gauge, this is a scale, this is a ruler. Al-badi'u bis-salam bari'a min al-kibri. Rasulullah ﷺ said that the one who initiates salam, al-badi'u bis-salam bari'a min al-kibri, that take this from me, that this person he's free from arrogance. This is the gauge. This is a ruler. It's a stick that Rasulullah ﷺ gave us. If you can't do this, then you should know there's something wrong here. You have to look at yourself. Look deeply. There's time for some introspection now. Where is the problem lying? I have to come out of this. I have a certain sickness. I need to cure it. So Rasulullah ﷺ, through this one simple advice that he has given the ummah, this is something which, if the ummah makes it common amongst themselves, as Rasulullah ﷺ has said, afshu salam. Don't just give salam. That sometimes we give salam, but it defeats the entire ruh and spirit of the salam. Someone walks by and you just say, Salaam alaikum. Or, you're trying to give him the message, hey, why don't you give salam to me? So you say salam in that manner. So that defeats the whole ruh and the soul of and the spirit behind salam. Salam is to bring peace, not to initiate a fight, not to make a point upon someone else that you're doing something wrong. So respected elders, brothers and sisters, this is a small advice, but as far as words is concerned, but because this is coming from Rasulullah ﷺ, the fountain of nubuwah, so there's a deep understanding in this, and there's a deep message in this, and there's a deep effect in this, that if the ummah, not just this community, but ummah at large, if we take this to our hearts, and we really apply this method of Rasulullah ﷺ, this advice, this guidance of the nubuwah, then we will definitely, inshallah, see changes in the ummah at large. We make dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to practice upon the sunnah, to teach others with hikmah, with wisdom and love. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us a tawfiq to practice upon what is right and stay away from what is wrong. Wa akhiru da'wan, alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Please pray your sunnahs.
So we have a few quick announcements. First, inshallah, next Sunday, November 5th, there will be a special program at MSI here after Dhuhr prayer. The topic will be the Quran and modern science. The presentation will be by an ex-NASA scientist. His name is Dr. Abdul Hayy, very well-renowned. So inshallah, please attend this. It will be a very beneficial program. Next Sunday, November 5th, after Dhuhr Salat will be 1:30, inshallah. On the same day at 2:30, there will be a special program for sisters in Urdu, the monthly series that's been going on with Alima Ruqayya. So the sisters are encouraged to, inshallah, attend that program. 2:30, it will be downstairs, November 5th. Also, November 3rd, which is a Friday, we'll have our monthly youth basketball and halaqa at the Sports Hub. Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. inshallah. This is for boys ages 13 and up, inshallah. Lastly, I have announced previously, but I think some people did not really understand what the concept was. There is a special box we have in the back which is labeled as educational fund. This box is for those students we have here at MSI, different educational programs. For example, Hifz, Sunday school, and our evening Quran class. They cannot afford the fees, and inshallah the community is supporting them so that we can continue providing them with the good Islamic education. So that box will be reserved for that purpose only, inshallah. So on your way out, please, inshallah, make sure you donate something in that box, inshallah, so we continue this good service that we are providing, inshallah. Jazakallah khair.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. Hayya 'ala as-salah. Hayya 'ala as-salah. Hayya 'ala al-falah. Hayya 'ala al-falah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah.
الحمد لله الذي لم يزل ولا يزال حيا قيوما عالما قديرا، فسبحان الذي لا يحصى امتنانه باللسان ولا بالقلم، ولا يشكر حق شكره، ولا يعرف حق معرفته، ولا يعبد حق عبادته، ولا يسبح حق تسبيحه، ولا يحمد حق حمده. أما بعد، أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإذا حييتم بتحية فحيوا بأحسن منها أو ردوها إن الله كان على كل شيء حسيبا. وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام: أفشوا السلام بينكم وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام: البادئ بالسلام برئ من الكبر. صدق الله العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن سيدنا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله أرسله بالحق بشيرا ونذيرا بين يدي الساعة. من يطع الله ورسوله فقد رشد، ومن يعصهما فإنه لا يضر إلا نفسه ولا يضر الله شيئا. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد عبدك ورسولك، وصل على المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات. اللهم ألف بين قلوبنا وأصلح ذات بيننا وانصرنا على من عادانا. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. قال تعالى: فاذكروني أذكركم واشكروني ولا تكفرون. أقيموا الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح. قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. والعاديات ضبحا فالموريات قدحا فالمغيرات صبحا فأثرن به نقعا فوسطن به جمعا. إن الإنسان لربه لكنود وإنه على ذلك لشهيد وإنه لحب الخير لشديد. أفلا يعلم إذا بعثر ما في القبور وحصل ما في الصدور إن ربهم بهم يومئذ لخبير. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين القادعة ما القادعة وما أدراك ما القادعة يوم يكون الناس كالفراش المبثوث وتكون الجبال كالعهن المنفوش فأما من ثقلت موازينه فهو في عيشة راضية وأما من خفت موازينه فأمه هاوية وما أدراك ما هي نار حامية الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر السلام عليكم ورحمة الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله الله في السماوات والأرض Please make dua for Nadeem Zaidi and Shahar Alam Zaidi. They both passed away. Also, brother Muhammad is sick. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give him shifa. Sister Ahmed also is sick. Make dua for her. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.